Hey guys, and welcome to Pixel Cherry Ninja's channel. And I think we're live, and I'm trying something a little bit new here. So I have gone for ultra low, like I can't remember what it's called now. Let me have a look at it. Let's have a look at it. System settings, is it underneath there? So I've gone for stream latency, ultra low latency. And the reason I've gone for that is the stream's all about participating and speaking to you guys and just engaging with you guys in general. But what's happening is the kind of default mode for YouTube, like, kind of puts it at about 30 seconds. If I'm like, hey guys, what do you think of this? 30 seconds later, you do it. So I'm trying this new ultra latency mode, and I hope it works really, really well. And I can see where we're maybe about 3 or 4 seconds behind what I'm actually saying. So this should be a lot of fun. So hey guys, welcome to the channel. Now I wanted to give the Analogue Pocket some love because I really do love the Analogue Pocket. It's a great device. It's something I've not been using so much recently, but whenever I want to play, especially Game Boy games, it's the device that I pull out, right? I've stopped using my Game Boys, and I used to play a lot of Game Boys, especially the Game Boy DMG, stuff like Tetris, Link's Awakening. They're two games that I like to revisit again and again. Stuff like Gargoyle's Quest, BearOnGuitar Fighter. There's a whole heap of good games on there. Ninja Spirit is a fantastic game, but I feel like with my Analogue Pocket, I've kind of retired my Game Boys. I do bring them out once in a while just for a little bit of nostalgia to see, you know, what they work, they power on. But then I've always got to find rechargeable batteries, you know, around somewhere. And you know what happens with batteries? You leave them in there for so long and they just completely run out of juice, which isn't always, well, it's never the case with the Analogue Pocket. The battery in the Analogue Pocket is really, really good. But as well as all the Game Boy stuff, we've got heaps of good arcade cores, and so we're starting off with this one here. This one here is from Wicker Wacker. So he's the original core developer on the Mister, and this has been ported over by Boogerman, two excellent developers that contribute a lot to the FPGA gaming scene. And this game here, Legend of Hero Tonma, this is a game that I played in the arcade and I was like, wow, this game's amazing. And I later got it on the PC Engine. The PC Engine has really, really good arcade ports, and this one here is no exception. So let's crank in a coin. And guys, this game is not an easy game by any means, and sorry for the lack of notice on this stream, but I've been running around. My dad's leaving the country on Tuesday, so I kind of went out with him. I took him out shopping, and then he was like, oh yeah, I want to go to my sister's and say goodbye. And well, there's Legend of Hero Tonma saying bye with that very, very bad jump, and he jumps really, really high. It reminds me of like the Willow game with higher jumps. It has a very, very good charm about it. Man, look at that, but one hit and you're dead, and I'm doing a terrible job. This is a great game to try out. Honestly, try this game out. It is just super, super great. Let's try and get a little bit further with this. I should get a little sparkle around me now. And the good thing I like about this game here, you can actually jump on enemy heads. You can't crouch though, right? It's just one of those games where you can't crouch. Okay, we've beaten that demon's head thing, whatever that is. And here you got like those vampires. What was that vampire? Well, they've got like a little piece of paper on their head. It was it a Japanese movie or a Chinese folklore movie? I can't remember. I can't remember what it was. But it was a movie with a vampire with a bit of paper written on his head, or something along those lines. But yeah, guys, this game's absolutely great. And as a kid, seeing this in the arcade, I was like, man, I'd love to get this game. And then it was out for the PC Engine, and that's why I freaking love the PC Engine. So many good arcade games on there, man. Right, absolutely superb. Wow. Oh, that thing is gonna tongue you, man. You don't want it to tongue you. It tongues you. That tongue just pops out. Let's go up here. Keep your distance. Let's see the tongue come out. Oh, you see it at the bottom there, right? Look at that, huh? And can't seem to attack it while the tongue is out, right? I mean, massive. If you have a massive tongue like that, you pretty much are going to be invincible. And this is a really good game in the arcade, and especially if you like Willow, it's not exactly like Willow, apart from the fact that you're a short dude that's running around, and you don't get to be a barbarian or anything like that. But yes, it's a tough-ass game, man. Don't tongue me, don't tongue me. I'm going to stay there. Okay, the tongue doesn't make him invincible. I just got to kind of get my fire on him properly. I don't want more of them to pop out, man. Come on. Oof, okay. Now we're gonna get to the first boss. Oh no, I pressed jump there, man. What the heck is going on? Yo, Lee Collins, how you doing? I love my Analogue Pocket, but I'm using the Retroid Pocket Classic 6 more for gaming these days. Dude, we got so many different ways of gaming, man. It's crazy. It's play your games wherever you want to play your games, man. Whatever feels right for you. So I don't recognize this game, but it looks fun. I'll have to give it a go. Yeah, so this is on the Irim M72 core. So courtesy of Wicker Wacker on the Mister, and then the Boogerman actually releasing this or porting this over to the Analogue Pocket. And yeah, I want Analogue Pocket to get more and more cores. We've got developers like Obsidian.dev that are porting over heaps of cores, and their last effort was absolutely massive. So there's a whole bunch of good cores in here. So this is, so if you forget, right, what core this is on, you know, why not? Just remember it's on the same core as R-Type, and then you probably remember, oh, IRIM, it's on the IRIM M72 system, and R-Type, with R-Type, there's a whole bunch of other games on there. IRIM's a great system. That's one thing I really do like about Wicker Wacker. When he tackles a core, it's a core that has lots and lots of games on there. Quite often, right? I mean, some of the IRIM cores have only got like a couple of games on there, but usually like IRIM M72, IRIM M92, most recently the Taito F2 core, and he's also got Taito F1 games working on the F2 core. So when you look at it, for me, looking at it, when I go to like a website called System 16, it's showing a lot of the games like Don Doka Don as IRIM, sorry, not IRIM, as Taito F1 games, but it's F2 core. So I get a bit confused, but when I do the video, I always say, look, it's the Taito F1 F2 core, even because it is playing some F1 games. And I really hope for the future, guys, we get like what is it, a Taito F3 core that has Bubble Symphony on it. It has Elevator Action Returns, which is just a banger of a game. So there's a new R-Type HD, R-Type, what was it, R-Type something HD boosted, right? So that's looking really good. And it's this game here, but the reason that I think the Analogue Pocket is so good, because it does have some real classic arcade games on here, right? So we're talking R-Type, right? We're talking Bubble, you know, games that defined the golden era, at least for me, of the arcade. You know, that is when I was, you know, you were blown away by what you had in the arcade. And R-Type is just superb. Wherever you play R-Type, I'm yet to find like a bad version of R-Type, right? The one on the Spectrum was superb, the one on the Amiga is superb, the one on the PC Engine is superb. Like, R-Type's just really good. And most recently, the Mega Drive version is just absolutely fantastic, man. And the enemy design in here, it's just freaking crazy what these things here look like. No, me don't want to miss the speed up or that. Is that the laser? That's what we want. Because that little pesky little missile thing down there, man. And this has a banging soundtrack, guys. I want to turn the sound up a tad bit as well, so you can hear more of it, you know. Seriously, guys, this is an arcade banger. Now, I know a lot of people that kind of like, okay, so a lot of people that bought the Analogue Pocket bought it originally for like a Game Boy thing, right? The Game Boy Advance, your Game Boy Color, you know, your Game Boy DMG, and then obviously the adapters, the Game Gear, you know, all these other handheld kind of things that it's doing, the Lynx, the Neo Geo Pocket. I mean, a fantastic machine. I really do hope, I know Hatego's working on finishing that Neo Geo Pocket Color core, so hopefully we'll be getting a little bit of that. But I really do hope, you know, we get the spiritualized version of the Neo Geo Pocket and Color core. It'd be nice to have that. Okay, 2 shots when you know where to shoot. So many classic arcade games to be found on handhelds these days. Absolutely, man. And there's nothing wrong with like the Retroid. I've got a Retroid Pocket 5, I think, and I like it a lot. I like the game a lot. I like the handheld a lot. I mean, it's a little bit laggy, so I'd prefer playing stuff in the Analogue Pocket, but the D-pad on the Retroid Pocket 5 is superb. It's a lot better than the one on the Analogue Pocket for sure. Like the Analogue Pocket D-pad isn't bad, but it's not great. I can't enjoy fighting games on there. But yeah, look, guys, what a great system. The IRIM M72, and my shuttle's really fast, and I wonder if I want to die here soon. I'm just going to do one life, guys. As soon as I lose the life, that's it. We'll move over to the other one, because I would have lost all my power-ups, and I'll be like, nah, I don't want to continue And that moment has come sooner than I even anticipated. So let's look at one more game on this system here. Obviously, we've got R-Type 2 as well. What's a really, really cool one? Okay, we're gonna have to go Dragon Breed, guys. Ooh, there's some really good games on. All right, we might be looking at more than just this. So this Dragon Breed's really, really cool, guys. It's got dragons, flashy light warnings as well, guys. But to be honest, whenever you do retro gaming, there's a lot of flashy lights all around, just bouncing about everywhere. So here we go. So the start for this game, guys, absolutely superb. Look at this. Shoot the egg, read the dragon, ride the dragon, shoot the bad guys. Well, what a bad ships or bad whatever they are, right? Bad, because they aren't. You know, just like R-Type, you can build up that dragon breath and fire it, guys. And this game's quite tough. I have to say, it's quite tough. I used to be alright in the arcade. Obviously not great. I couldn't 1cc this or anything, you know. So my thing of great may not be someone else's idea of great. But what I didn't even know, even though I played this in the arcade, you could actually get out from you could dismount from the dragon, man. I found that out when I did an interview with the developer of you know, the original Call for the Mister, where they said no, there's a bit where you can get out of there. And I was like, no way. I played this game and I never ever knew that. And I mean, it's not directly obvious, but you can do it. See down here? Here you go, look. I can get off and look, now I can fire stuff, man. I mean, I love a whole game where you're around there firing it. It almost feels like a platformy game. And I grabbed another power-up and I forget how... Here we go. I'm back on. We're back on, guys. I mean, what a darn stylish game. Also, from what I recall, the Amiga version of this was good as well. And here I am the Golden Dragon. And we're not talking about a Chinese takeaway, right, where it's paying $11.50 and you can eat all you want. And, you know, while I am the Golden Dragon, it looks like I'm shooting those shrimpy things down here, or wherever the heck they are, some kind of weird seafood. And, wow, okay. Ooh. So let's hit these with a dragon tail, man. You know, hit me with your rhythm stick. No, hit me with your dragon tail. Let's get that power up. And what am I now? My ultrasonic super dragon. I kind of missed the yellow dragon. I felt like that here I just got was a power down and not a power up, guys. I don't know why I'm doing okay. I should have died several times by now. Oh, here we go. We're Golden Dragon. Feel my Golden Dragon breath. And let's jump down, give the dragon a little break, grab the power up. Okay, so in order to call your dragon pack, you kind of move it down and hold down the fire button, and he comes down. And guys, this stuff here was an absolute pleasure to watch as a kid in the arcade, you know, and that's what you did in the arcade, right? So when you weren't, you know, when you wanted to learn a game, like now, when I want to learn a game, well, what do? We go on YouTube, we kind of watch a playthrough of it, we watch a 1cc of it, and we're like, ah, that's how you pass that part, man. Back then there was no YouTube, man. I mean, occasionally you might have a videotape of a game, right? But okay, we're out. Okay, let's run another game. And so another game. Okay, Mr. Hell is really, really good as well, but I find that difficult with the two kind of fire. There's a lot going on in that game. So back then, when you wanted to learn how to play an arcade game, you know what you had to do? You had to watch other players play. I remember getting stuck on Shinobi and watching like the older guys play. I was like, ah, that's how you pass it. It was really, really cool. And you know, you watch people and you watch, that's how you got your strategies and everything. You're like, wow, okay, this is how you do it. This is how you get past that part. Now, I don't have to play this, but this is a banging game, man. Absolutely banging game. Again, had this for the PC Engine. And I absolutely loved and adored this for the PC Engine. It really, really is a good game, and it still holds out really, really well for the PC Engine. And I always get asked, you know, people say, look, is an Analogue Pocket worth getting? Well, yes, absolutely it's worth getting, man. I bought one and I was gutted when I didn't make like round 1 of the Analogue Pocket, and I think I was round 2, maybe even round 3. And when I got it, I was like blown away at how good the device was, man. But I was quite fortunate when I got mine. OpenFPGA was available. It was here. You know, we all got to check it out. But look at this, guys. I mean, I remember seeing this in the arcade as a kid, and like, did I see it? No, sorry, my bad. I didn't see this in the arcade. I saw this in a video games magazine, and seeing this screenshot, seeing this boss, wow, it was like, wow. Seeing like ninjas and your option ninjas. And now what I mean by option ninjas, and I'm using that term from Gradius, where when you get that additional little pod, it's called an option. It's a general term, at least in old school gaming, an option, like a shadow version of yourself that has the same attacks as yourself, the main character. Guys, this game is a banger. Must try it. It's very, very difficult. There's a part of it that's very, very cheap, and I couldn't complete it on the actual PC Engine at the time. But it's like the attract mode for this is so good, and this is what was really good in the arcade. You could just go and watch a little bit of attract mode, and when, you know, being kids, we weren't rich. I remember, can anyone relate here? Do you remember going to the arcade without any money? And do you remember putting your, you know, the coin return part, putting your hand down there? We used to do that in central London, and surprisingly we used to find money in there that we used to use for playing games. Absolutely superb, man. Golden days back then, you know, no money, a lot of happiness, or little money, a lot of happiness. And yeah, we used to really enjoy going to the arcades and playing lots and lots of different games. We've got Spitfire RAF 100 reporting to the stream in the house. How you doing? Hey Mark, how you doing there as well? I will look around your channel and stuff, but would love to know how you are getting such great screen capture of the Pocket. Are you using the dock? Yes sir, I am using the dock. So what I'm using is, I've got a couple of capture cards. So I'm using, hold on, let me have a look. It says it on the side. It's the Elgato HD60S Plus connected with a dock. Now, I originally didn't want the dock because, like, for me, if you have a Mister, like that's better for just playing games on, right? That's a fact. Like, I love the Analogue Pocket, but the fact of the matter remains, if you've got a Mister, you know, there's only a few cores that might not be on the Mister that are in the Analogue Pockets, right? But generally speaking, the Mister has everything the Analogue Pocket has and more, right? So it makes sense to have that Mister. So initially I never wanted the dock, but I wanted the dock just for content creation. So a friend of mine kind of hooked me up with their dock because they had one, they weren't using it, and I've been using that, and it's really, really good. So if Mark, if you've got a channel and you want to do captures, get yourself a dock. And with a dock, you can do these captures just straight out. It works really, 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 really well. I mean, I can make it worse by putting on like a screen filter. Now, look, that's the Trinitron one. And right, so what you can do, we can go through a few of them. Is there a few? Oh, is that the only one there? Okay, that's the only one I can. Oh, interesting. Okay. I thought it was more available. So I can go to the Trinitron one. Now, the Trinitron filter, depending on the screen you're looking at, like the screen that I'm looking at, it looks amazing. And if I wasn't doing a stream, this is how I would be playing. I think you know, that we haven't got as many filters on the Analogue Pocket compared to the Mister all around, and we've got even less than software emulation, but they do a good job. But this, even when I'm looking at my OBS screen, I can see that there's like lines going across, so it doesn't come out, you know, amazingly well. But guys, we're going to do it without the filters. Yeah, so Elgato are the best. Now, I bought a cheap capture card that a friend of mine recommended me, and honestly, that one's nearly as good. It's not quite as good as the Elgato, but man, I paid like, so for the Elgato, I paid £180. This is going back like 2.5, 3 years though. Absolute great value. And the other one that I bought was one by Ugreen, and I like Ugreen as a company, and this one was like £25. It was £30 reduced from a larger amount. And you know, on Amazon, when you get the voucher, it says tick the box to get another £5 off. So I paid 25 for it, and it's a good backup one. I like it. Some people said the colors look slightly different on there, but hey, I'm colorblind, man, so I never really noticed that. Right, so this is the IRM M72. And what we can do now is, let's go back out, let's quit. And guys, if there's any arcade game you see in my arcade list, I'm happy to try it. And I do like that they're indexed in arcades. So we are going to go arcade. And we've got 127 arcade cores, right? But that doesn't mean it's 127 games, because that IRM M72 counts as one core, and that has like, I don't know, 10 games on it or whatever. Don't quote me, I'm not good with the exact numbers. CPS2, which has a heap of games on there. So, you know, some of them might only be one game, like 1942 might only be one game. Not really my jam. I know the developer Hatego, that's one of his favorite arcade games. Is there more games on that core as well? Let's have a look. Okay, so you've got different games on there as well. You've got a game called Bogus on here as well. Not too familiar with these. I used to play 1942 on my Commodore 64, and I really liked it on the C64, but the arcade, it's bloody tough, and I'm a little bit rubbish. So Ops, how you doing? Obser. or OPZ, Opther. Okay, that's how you say it probably. Ops, how you doing? Do appreciate you stopping by pretty much every stream. Really do appreciate it, and really do appreciate all the engagement you do with people in the stream. So thank you very much. You are always welcome here. And Spitfire RAF, man, you're the guy that I can't think of a stream where you weren't there, at least popping in to say hello. So that's super appreciated. So let's give this a quick go. Ooh, this is super loud, isn't it? Super loud. Let me turn that down a bit. I don't know what it is with this, but I know one thing JT prides himself on is the actual sound mixing, because some arcades were louder than others, and that's what he went. So we can do a little do a barrel roll. Oh, this is loud. Hopefully it's not kind of cutting into my mic sound, because I generally don't play with headphones on, and that's because sometimes my boys start fighting and I might have to run off midstream. I mean, don't get me wrong, my wife's there, or you know, my mum's still with me, she's got dementia, so I don't like putting headphones on. Right, this game's loud. I'm gonna run something else. Let's quit out of this, because that's a really loud game. So generally the only time I actually use headphones is if I'm doing an interview, and tomorrow we've got an interview planned. Oh, Cotton, yeah, no problem, man. So Cotton is on the Sega System 16, and let's see, it'd be nice to get like an A to Z like we have it on the Mister as well. So let's have a look. I've probably got some work in progress stuff in here as well. So we've got the Sega System 16, and we've got Cotton here. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of the older Cotton. I really do like the newer Cotton on, I like Cotton 2 on the Sega Saturn or the STV. It's absolutely superb. But hey, we got a good soundtrack here. So Cotton's got a banging soundtrack, man. Oh my gosh, we got SNK Kev in the house. Oi bruv, wagwan my youth. You mate, if you came down to London, they will treat you like a local with language like that. Oi bruv, wagwan my youth. Yeah, so I know my buddy, what's his name, Terminator 2K2, he really likes this version of Cotton. Don't get me wrong, I like this Cotton, but I love the one on the Saturn and the STV, man. Really darn good, man. Really darn good. And they're games that I've discovered via FPGA Gaming. Oh man, we got Bojo in the house as well. Happy Sunday. Love my Analogue Pocket plus the Analogizer. Bojo, out of curiosity, has it been delivered yet? So Bojo won giveaway number 1 on metalgamesolid.com. I know Random Monk 3 sent it out to you. So hopefully that's been delivered now, and hopefully you are enjoying the Analogizer. And naturally, by you answering the questions correctly, it means it shows that you know how to use the device. That's one thing Random Monk 3 was a little bit scared about. Oh, wicked! Nice one, Bojo just got it, man. Let me take a little quick screenshot of that, and I'll send that to Random Monk 3, saying, look. Oh yeah, wicked, just got it. So that's really good. Yeah, I've kind of just taken a screenshot of that moment, and I'll send it to Random Monk 3 saying, look, they've received it. Oh, what's this? Even though you're not a football fan, I would like to take you to an Arsenal game in the future when I graduate. That will be my gift to you. Do you know what, SNK Kev? If you ever come to the UK, I will meet you. But honestly, like I just can't be bothered with crowds, man. I'm a lifelong Arsenal supporter. I don't care for football. I don't follow it. But I grew up in Finsbury Park. I used to hang around near where the old Arsenal stadium was. It's where I grew up. So that naturally is my team. But for example, yesterday, I kind of broke my router. And I had to go and get another one, so I went central London to get it. It's the only place they had the particular model I wanted in stock, and hopefully the streaming is better. We are doing ultra low latency streaming today, and so far so good, but like Megadeth says, so what? But when I got to central London, I realized how much I hate crowds, man. So thank you. I'll definitely meet with you. We can have a meal, we can have a coffee, all good whenever you come. But dude, I have to RSVP decline on the football game, man. I can actually get, so my uncle works for he's really high up in an accounting firm called Deloitte, and they've got like a executive corporate box, and he just needs to put his name down to get tickets. So he said to me, look, anytime you want tickets, let me know, and he can usually sort out like this corporate box with hospitality. And honestly, yeah, not something that I want to do, man. So yeah, not just not. I just don't like being around people. When I went to Central London yesterday, man, I went there with my two boys. I went to M&M World. I don't know how much is for a kilo of M&Ms there, but I grabbed like a bag. You end up feeling like a big bag. It must have been at least a kilo, and it was like £42 on M&Ms, man. So yeah, they've been chomping on the M&Ms, man. I had a few of those as well. So here we go. This is cotton, man, and for the whole part, this runs really, really good. I feel like the attract mode has done a good job, so we can move on to something else. Tobias, my buddy, Lunar Lander. That's definitely before my time, so you're probably a little bit older than me. Don't worry, that's nothing bad. You are definitely wiser now. Let's see. I don't think we've got Lunar Lander, unless it's part of a core that I'm unfamiliar with. I'm not exactly sure. So let's go OpenFPGA arcade, and is there Lunar Lander for this? I mean, HIJK. Oh, it is. It's here. Wow. Okay. I'm really, really sorry. You know what it is? I don't always like, because these aren't the games that I grew up playing. I don't always pay the most attention to them. Yo, we got Michael De Lima, the moderator that got made moderator by my nipple. Me and Anime Otaku always crack up about that, man. So guys, anyone with a backstory, in case you're wondering what the heck am I talking about? So I was doing these in real live streams where I had my phone in my pocket and we were walking and we were talking. And so what actually happened there is my nipple was interacting with my phone. So it ended up banning lots of people from the channel. And in Michael De Lima's case, he got the opposite end of it and actually became a moderator on the channel. All from my nipple. What a nipple story. And so I was like, Michael, when did you become a mod? And turned out it was, you know, as we like to call it, the Nipplegate incident. And Michael remains a moderator on there, you know. Do us proud, man. Okay, let's have a look at this. How am I playing this? Where's insert coin? Can't seem to insert a coin in this. Is it one or the other? Oh, okay. So push start. Oh, that's loud, guys. Let me turn that down a bit. Let's just get that down. Yeah, man, like, I legit don't know what I'm doing here. I don't even know what the buttons are and stuff. I mean, I have to say, it looks very, very stylish, though, this game. Oh, I'm a rocket and I'm flying. Okay, but okay, really sorry, man. Can't do a lot in this game. I'm so sorry. Oh wow. Okay. I mean, I feel like that's the kind of game you had to play, and then you're like, yeah, this is that game. I know that game. That definitely was not me over there. So we can go arcade, and so this was pretty cool. Like you definitely need so you do, this is best played on a rotary controller. Lunar Lander always thought it was VIC-20 game. Didn't know it actually had an arcade conversion. So I wonder if it was an arcade game first, then a VIC-20 game. That was usually the case, right? It was a case where a game came out for the arcade, then it came out on a home computer or console. That's the usual way this happens, right? But you know, it could be the other way around. Who knows? But yeah, not exactly sure. So Tobias, that was Lunar Lander. I'm really sorry, I did actually try. So Midnight Resistance is something that I played on the Atari ST, and I really liked the game. But the Atari ST, it was difficult because in the arcade, you had obviously an attack button, a jump button. Is that what you had? Let's have a look. It's got a really good soundtrack, by the way, this game. Just want to see, let the attract mode run. Yeah, banging soundtrack, guys. We'll do the beginning part as well. Have a look. Good darn game. But yeah, you need a rotary controller for this one, man. It's just one of those where you need to have that on there. But again, a big part of arcade history. Now, when I say arcade history, this wasn't part of my arcade history, man. This is a game I played on the Atari ST around my uncle's house, and I loved it. I remember hearing the speech when he goes, "Pick a weapon, pick a weapon." and it was tough. The controls were tough, but I loved this so much. Never saw this in the arcade around me, but it was cool. The weapons were cool in there. The flamethrower just looked amazing. Whatever other weapons you had in there, I always just remember the flamethrower. It looked good. Let's give this. Okay. Why is this weapon stuck there? I don't even know how to move it. Okay. What do I do with the controls? I need to... I mean, I'm shooting one in the toe. Oh, okay. So, okay, one of the buttons rotates it. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. We'll go forward just for now. But again, it's difficult to play because you want a rotary controller. Ah, this is unbearable. I can't do this. I can't do it. I need that rotary controller. Yeah, it's frustrating because of not having the right control. At least on like the Amiga and the Atari ST, it was with one button. You didn't have the rotary stick, but you did have another button that kind of rotated stuff around. So, okay, what we got, guys? Let's run Mortal Kombat. So this is this apparently can't work on the Mr. FPGA. The developer tried, they couldn't. So this is yeah, this is apparently an exclusive on here. I haven't really tried it out before, but I've had it on here for a while. So let's see. Oh, I think I need to press a button here for it to start. So no idea how the buttons are. Maybe I should have a look at the buttons for this. So, okay, low kick, low punch. Okay, the buttons kind of look like they're kind of set up all right. So let's run this. What's happening with the sound? Have we got no sound for this? Okay, the Mortal Kombat core has no sound. Weird. I really thought it had sound, but I can't hear anything here, guys. So let's have a look. Right, are they feeling a bit too tall? So, okay, I just wanted to see what that was. Okay. Yeah, no sound here, man. So let's do one fatality and get out of here. Oof. Okay, so no sound. And guys, I used to think, right, that Mortal Kombat just felt laggy on MAME. But now that I'm playing it on FPGA, it feels laggy as well. I think this might actually be the first time that I've tried it on here. Okay, yeah, it feels laggy. It's like after I let go of the button, I can see him stopping there. And I don't remember it being laggy in the arcade, but it's been a long time since I've played it in the arcade. And any time I've played Mortal Kombat 1, okay. Here we go. Okay, so we have got the MK thing. Is Mortal Kombat available for everyone? Or do you know, I've got no idea, man. So okay, so ops for maintaining the Analogue Pocket, I actually prefer Pupdate. Pupdate's my favorite one. I also like Pocket Sync. Pocket Sync's really pretty. I think that's a great bit of kit. As well as that, what other one? There's Retro Driven's Pocket Updater, which is decent as well, but he updates it the least. So Pupdate and Pocket Sync get the most updates. So Mr. Do, I'm not sure if this is out yet. Who did this? Is this Boogerman that ported this over? So Mr. Do, as far as I know, isn't out. So this might be something that you guys can see. So hopefully we'll get some sound on here. And it was just limited to Mortal Kombat there. It's not something to do with the actual stream. But I didn't get sound in Mortal Kombat, but it's not something that I played a lot. Let's see. Oh no, the sound's back. So that was an issue with Mortal Kombat. But guys, does anyone remember the Mortal Kombat actually playing it on the arcade? Was it laggy? Because when I was moving left and right there, it's like the lag was there. I could feel it. When I let go of left, like the character still moved a little bit. So that was really weird. So maybe the emulation isn't as bad as I thought it was. Maybe Mortal Kombat, the arcade game, was actually laggy. Right, a friend of mine loves this game so much. Like when he first got into emulation, this is the game that he always spoke of. He was just like, "This is the best game ever." I love Mr. Do or Mr. Do, however you say it. Oops, okay. So big shout out to Boogerman. So some of the stuff I've got on my Analogue Pocket, I've had it on there for a while. It's not something that it's not something that I always play. Like Mortal Kombat, I'm a Street Fighter guy, so it's not something that I was very interested in playing anyway. But you know, it's nice seeing it on that. Hopefully, you know, if the coin up collection, they haven't made, so it's still a closed source core. The source hasn't been made available yet, but hopefully, if at some point it's made available, you know, someone else can have a look at it, and who knows, you know, maybe they can use some kind of trick to get that working on a Mister. I guess it remains to be seen. Oh, can I? Oh, I thought I could eat them. I thought it was a Pac-Man style thing. So not exactly sure of this. So, okay, let's do this level here. Oh. Okay, I've done the level. Okay, so that's Mr. Do for you. A lot of people really do like that game. So, is there any other games on here? No, it's all right. Cool. It is just Mr. Do and Mr. Do fixed. So, let's have a look. All right. Oh, okay. This is cool. This is a cool game from Hatego, man. The mighty Hatego. And Hatego's found Hatego's found a really good technique. So if you guys check out the latest, if your Hatego Patreon support is in the latest Patreon post, he speaks about how there was a memory bandwidth and bottleneck issue, and they managed to have an on-the-fly compression kind of workaround and trick that kind of reduced like 1.2 megabytes of data that needed to go into the FPGA, which it couldn't do, down to 128 kilobytes. And hopefully compression like that can potentially benefit games like Mortal Kombat, should someone else take the work, or the files for that are released and they're open and someone else can take a look. Because you know, what is considered impossible by some may not be impossible by others. And in a recent interview with Hatego himself on the channel, he said he basically said that the N64 core is impossible by his standards, meaning that it's not something he would be able to do in the approach that he takes. But Robert Pape, who took a different approach, who started it with software and then implemented it into hardware, got the impossible core working. So this is what's really cool about this tech. Even though we're reaching the upper limit of the Mister, it's amazing seeing people coming out with tricks that just gets stuff that you consider impossible. Now, before I got in the Mister scene, when I got into the Mister, the PlayStation was there already, but a lot of people were saying to me that when there was talk of PlayStation, people would say it's impossible. Then people would say the Saturn's impossible. Well, we've got PlayStation, we've got Saturn. Then people would say, no, the N64 is impossible. Here's a technical breakdown. Here's why it can't happen. You know, given a kind of argument that you've got a glass that's 100 milliliters and the N64 is like 120 milliliters, you can't, where you're going to put the extra 20 milliliters, right? But obviously there's stuff that can happen. It's beyond my comprehension. I don't understand it. I'm not going to pretend to understand it. I'm the end user that enjoyed this stuff, but it would be nice to get that on the Mister. I know a lot of people have the arcade cabs. They grew up playing you know, Mortal Kombat, and they'd love to get that on there. So you know, maybe that's something for the future to happen. But for now, it goes on the Analogue Pocket. But I have to say, yeah, man, it felt laggy, just like it did in MAME. So I'm beginning to think that is actually how the arcade game was. I don't know any Mortal Kombat players here that played it in the arcade. Am I just thinking it? Because even when I played Mortal Kombat, and I think Mortal Kombat 2 on the Sega Saturn, it felt laggy. The only place I remember it not feeling laggy, funnily enough, is actually what was that one? Was on the Super Nintendo, man. Mortal Kombat 2 on the Super Nintendo. Heck, man, that just felt like such a great game. Such a great game. So in here, you've got a really weird game. This is Wild Fang, extremely violent and whatnot. But wow, man, it's pretty nuts. It's pretty nuts, this game. So wow. Okay, so Wild Fang. So it reminds me a lot of that Ninja Gaiden game. Well, I kind of knew it as Shadow Warriors, but look at this, man. It starts off and it's freaking gory, man. Like, look at that. You know, seeing that as a kid. Now, I think I discovered this game, funnily enough, first off on the Nintendo Switch, if my memory serves me correct. I don't recall seeing this in the arcade. I think one of my buddies, Yeah Buddy, can't remember his name, but referred to him as Yeah Buddy. He always used to talk about this game. He liked it a lot, and yeah, you know, people used to go to different areas back in the arcade, and this is something we did. Any of the old schoolers here, guys? Do you remember any time you went to a different area? So when you're kids and your parents took you out, they said, "Oh, we're going to another city," and it's our parents. It's, you know, your parents would go and see one of their friends, and yeah, man, Yeah Buddy is awesome, man. I just wish if I could remember his name. All I remember was he used to be like, "Yeah, buddy, yeah, jump on his head, cut his head off, cut it." Okay, guys, we are back, right? And I'm really sorry about that. I updated my router. I don't know what's wrong with my ISP. I've actually connected to my my neighbor's internet. And then, yeah, it's back. I'm really sorry about that, guys. And it kills the momentum and it ruins the streams, man. Anime Otaku, are you there, bro? We need to sort this out, man. I've got like a brand new router that I got, and yeah, it works. So I'm actually connected to my neighbor's Wi-Fi now, man, which is embarrassing because I went and bought a new router. I've got a new I'm paying for like a 500 megabit connection. Really sorry about that, guys, man. I don't know what happens, and I'm actually wondering, right? So I've got a Plex server running, which I've got running on a virtual machine, and I don't know if in the UK ISPs are like a little bit scummy where they what is it that they do? So they may just kind of temporary kind of, I don't know, do something to my connection. It doesn't seem to happen on my neighbor's doesn't seem to happen on my neighbor's connection. Now, I'm not stealing my neighbor's internet. I'm perfectly allowed to use it. It's an old lady. I help her set up her internet and everything there. And there was a time where I had an internet issue and I was waiting for an engineer to come, and you know, she was like, "Yeah, use it as much as you want, use it whenever you want." She literally only uses it for WhatsApp. Like literally, she could probably get with a mobile phone contract, but I think it's all to do with a TV and a phone package and everything. So I've had to reconnect to that, but it's really annoying when that happens, guys. So welcome back, guys. Thank you for coming back to the stream. So what we're talking about, we're talking about my buddy, Yeah Buddy. So we were talking about where people used to go to different towns, right? They used to go to different towns, to different arcades, and what was really awesome was whenever you'd go with your parents, right, to a different town, like they'd go somewhere and you'd be like, "Oh, can we go to the local shops?" But what was really cool there is if your parents went to like a different relatives or a different friend's house and they had kids similar age to you, and you'd meet them and you'd be like, "Oh yeah, is there a local arcade somewhere?" And you used to go to the arcade, and what would happen is, let's say your closest arcade had 10 games in there, right? But you would go to their local arcade and they'd have 10 games in there, but 5 of those games you would have seen and 5 of those games you would have never ever seen. And in the case of like Yeah Buddy, so what happened was, because he was actually someone that was disabled and the arcade was a refuge for people like that, and because he was actually disabled, his like group, they used to go to different areas and that, and so that whenever this guy went on an outing and he had like special carers that took him out and that, he used to ask them to go to the arcade. So, you know, as much as he was disabled and he may have had disabilities in certain areas, man, that guy played more arcade games than anyone, you know. So he knew a lot of games. The only thing was he couldn't come and hold a conversation about what the game was and how well he saw it. What he would do is he'd come in and he'd just be like, yeah. So for example, like with this game here, Straddle Fighter, he played this. So wherever he went, they had all these Tecmo games. So you're playing R-Type and he's telling you, press the turnaround button. And you're like, what are you talking about? It's like, press the turnaround button, press the turnaround. And that's what he do. He just keeps saying it to you. But the guy was so nice. Everyone just loved this guy, man. He was known, he was special, and he was looked after in there. And he would say stuff like, press the turnaround button, press the turn, just like that. And you know, at some points, at certain times, he'd get a little bit annoying, but it was just one of those things. It was people were very accepting of him, man. And yeah, so he used to be away on his bus, bloody playing arcade games, man. I mean, to some extent, he was living that life, man. And obviously, when I played Straddle Fighter, I realized there was a button that would let you turn around. Let's have a quick look at that button. So, yeah, big shout out to JT and his team, man, for being absolutely awesome on this, man. All right, let's have a look. Oh, man, I'm gutted. I don't know what's going on with my internet. Why it always cuts out during a stream. I've got a stream planned with with the absolutely awesome Zofa from, remember the website Zofa's Domain? Well, he's coming on for a stream, and looks like I'm going to have to just go with... so look, there you go. There's a turnaround button, right? So look, okay, let's not do that. Okay, so turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit lonely. Turn around and blow up. Turn around. Every now and then I get a... okay, I can't remember the full lyrics now. Turn around. Turn around. Turn around. Turn around. Every now and then... oh, sorry guys, this is going to call more people than the actual stream dying, man. Yeah, Mr. Day is a real arcade, man, and that's what it was, and that's how you found new games, right? But let's have a look at some other... oops, sorry. So we've looked at all the ones on there. Let's go to quit. And yeah, it's a little bit different, the menu on here. So let's go. And guys, thank you. Thank you for coming back after the stream just decided to kill itself. Okay, so I've read an update on this. So we know Outrun is a troublesome game. And Tago recently was kind of speaking about, you know, other people testing this on their actual Analogue Pockets and to provide feedback to see if it's working. Oh, every now and then I fall apart. Yeah, wicked. So let's see what my version of Outrun is like. Is this one actually all right, or are we going to have to turn around? Yeah, I meant to take that off, man. I put the artwork pack on there a while ago. But yeah, Arcade Karen, she's taken a kind of backseat, man. It was too, what was the word? It was... yeah, you know, to run that joke, it was just too much effort. But I forget, on my Analogue Pocket, I put the Arcade Karen artwork on there, and it's just on there. I might change it at some point. I like the Diashlock artwork, the Terminator 2K2 artwork. There's a few other artwork packs out there as well. I know Taku started doing an artwork because he got an Analogue Pocket, so that's really, really cool. So my version of Outrun looks all right, and I don't know, maybe this is the update that Atego pushed, because just before doing this stream, I put my SD card into the PC and I ran update, or pupdate. I ran pupdate ran, and it went. So let's have a look. Yeah, man, every time, magical sound shower. Right, guys, if you've not had a shower, have that magical sound shower. Where's the... I forget what the button is for the gear now. Have we got high and low, or... no, there's... okay, is this automatic only? Guys, my Outrun looks all right. I don't know if there's an issue with it. I know there was an issue on the Pocket. Maybe your Take on his team have sorted it. Unless I'm not spotting anything, do let me know if you spot something on Outrun. Now, guys, here's an unpopular opinion, right? I'm not really the biggest original Outrun fan. I maybe played it in passing in the arcade. Love the soundtrack. I really like Outrun, the one that was on the... was it on the original Xbox? Outrun 2006 Coast to Coast. I love that version, man. And recently they kind of made an edition where you can actually what is it, you can play it online, like servers are on there. They've done a really good job. It's got HD texture packs. It is so darn good, man. But yeah, my Outrun is looking good, guys. Like, I know there was issues with this, and so what it is there's different revisions of the Analogue Pocket. I know the sound's loud, but you want the magical sound shower, right? So there's different revisions of the Analogue Pocket, and what Hatego and his team were working on was actually making a version of this that works on everything, right? At least on my one, it's working fine. I don't know if anyone spotted anything wrong with this. But yeah, it's looking absolutely great. All right, let's run another game. We don't need to put my name on there. So absolutely superb. And yeah, the sound for that was quite loud, man. But Outrun looked good to me, guys, and it was definitely one that bugged a lot of people. So I don't think Pac-Man is out. I think this is one of the cores I've been given from Boogerman. So some of the stuff in here is a port, but this Pac-Man game is actually his own version of Pac-Man, his own implementation of it. So this is not a port, this is Boogerman's original core. And there's a thing known as the Booger Vault where lots of Analogue Pocket cores live, and sometimes they do get released. So Pac-Man, right, the reason they changed it from Pac-Man to Pac-Man is because in the arcade machine, people kept rubbing off the right-hand side of the P, so it looked like the letter F. There you go. Wow, look at that. Look at all that lingo up there. So guys, I am not... Pac-Man was before my time. So my memories of Pac-Man is with my parents being out somewhere and they wanted to get a cab home and getting into like a cab station. And in these cab stations, our arcade machines were everywhere, and so were fruit machines. So what they would do is they would go into the arcade machine and they would... yeah, so sorry, they would go into the cab station, and while we were waiting for a cab, there'd be like Pac-Man there, and they had the sound effects in a track mode, and it was banging. And what I would do is I would actually, I would actually just pretend I was playing the game. You know, I was like very, very young. I feel like, is there a graphic thing happening here? There might be, there might be. Let's see when it starts. Yeah, that doesn't look right to me. Remember, this is a work in progress call, guys, by the way, yeah? Well, what actually happens sometimes, right? When I run the updater, it recreates the ROMs opposed to the ROMs that I kind of had sorted for this. So sometimes when I've got a work in progress call, it actually breaks some of the calls I have because it pulls like a different version of the ROM than the one that's actually required. And I think that's the case of it over here. So what I would have to do, I'd have to revisit, go on my PC, go with the ROMs that I originally created for this and add those on here. So once I run an updater, what I should probably do is go and tell it not to look at this call. But since this call isn't out, it's not really an option on the updater. So it's a little bit of a weird one. This is not, just want to point out, this is not how this call looks. Maybe I shouldn't have shown it. This call actually runs properly. I've tried it before. I've probably done a video on it before as well, having a look at it. This is not how it runs. It runs a lot better than this. It's just when I run the updater, it replaces some of the ROMs, and clearly it's done that over here. It used to do that for the IRIM M92 and the M72 core as well, because I had those from Boogerman before they were actually released. So every time I ran an updater, it would break the ROMs, and then after running the updater, I'd have to copy the ROMs on there kind of manually. So I just kind of remembered that while I've done this. If I've got any work in progress calls, there's always a good chance that they're not going to work because, well, I ran the updater. So let's have a look. Okay, I really do like the Parodius games, man. Parodius are absolutely superb. Oh, this is an arcade classic, man. Rastan. Absolutely love Rastan, man. This is such a darn good game. And this game, this is one of those games that just looks absolutely banging on a CRT. Hopefully the buttons are done. Yeah, they're done. They're done. What a banging soundtrack as well. Let me, I want to turn it up a bit. Let me turn it up. I might take a bit of damage. No, I didn't. Okay, good, good. Banging soundtrack, guys. These lizardmen look so awesome, guys. Seeing this game in the arcade was honestly mind-blowing. I still remember, and this game always awakened some emotions for me, man, because my buddy that kind of told me about this game and took me to an area called Crouch End where there was a 7-Eleven and they had this, and introduced me to Slurpees. You know the Slurpees? The ones where when you used to like fill it up at the machine, you used to drink as much as you could. So then you used to fill it up again, and it had two flavors. I think they had flavors. I think they had cola and orange. Oh no, I meant to jump up on that. Never mind. To get the fire sword, I've missed the fire sword. So what would happen is, yeah, he got me the Slurpee, but unfortunately that guy, man, like when we used to party when we were younger, he just never ever stopped partying, man. The guy just partied like absolute crazy, man. So unfortunately, when it came, I can't believe I missed that the second time. So yeah, he was a really, really nice guy, man. You know, whenever there was something new, the guy was the youngest kid out of, he had like, yeah, there was 4 siblings altogether. He was the youngest. So his brothers were, and they were a lot older than him. So when we were like 10, right? His brothers were like in their 20s, right? Or late teens, like 18 plus. His sister was like in her mid-20s. So he was spoiled. They bought him everything. So when he used to come around my house, like I remember there was a chocolate bar called 12, and he brought it over. And in those days, man, kids never gave each other stuff. And he was like, yeah, man, here, have a 12. And I was like, oh, thanks. Is that for me? He was like, yeah, man, I got it for you. It was he goes, I got one. It tasted nice. So I brought it over. So really, really nice guy. But man, he just never let go of the buzz, man. whatever buzz it was. You know, last I heard, he was living out of a suitcase. He got addicted to substances and just couldn't move on from it, man. Even when we were younger, we used to party. I used to tell him, dude, calm down, like chill, you know. And then when we started getting to our mid-20s, I was like, dude, you need to kind of cut this stuff down, man. It's going to destroy us. You know, he got married, his wife left him. I'm still in touch with his wife, lovely lady. She's not heard from him from ages as well. She, you know, moved out of the country back to her parents. But yeah, man, he just got it on there. And he was the guy that when Rastan came out, he goes, oh, there's this really good arcade game, but it's in Crouch End, which was probably about the best part of a mile to walk from our house, maybe a little bit less. So he walked over there and he had money, man. He paid for me to have a credit, and he bought me a slushie as well, man. And yeah, guy was, but this was the days before. When we were kids, there was no smoking, there was no drinking, there was no nothing. When that era came, man, it happened, man. It all just kind of changed, man. And the guy just never ever let go of the buzz, man. And yeah, man, like I was supposed to meet him a few years back, and he didn't turn up. And I know why he didn't turn up, because he would have been high, and he probably thought I'm going to say to him, why are you high? You know, even if he was high, I would have tolerated it just to see him, you know. But yeah, that was that, man. So Rastan, that always reminds me of that. And we have nostalgia for games, right? We have nostalgia for games, and yeah, and that's I have a lot of good nostalgia, don't get me wrong, but Rastan especially the first one, really just reminds me of my buddy there, man. And you know, better times, and just the fact that I don't know what he's doing, man. I'd love to see him, man. I'd absolutely love to see him, but I don't have a number for him. You know, on WhatsApp, like the last time his number was online was like over a year ago, you know. So whatever phone he had is gone. The guy just literally loved the buzz. Let me have a look at some of this. Let's have a look. Okay, maybe it was damn hot. Yeah, man. Yeah, spoiling your kids in a bit. You know what? He had a good family, man. He had a good family, a loving mum, and you know, I didn't see him for years. And then I spoke to his older brother, and you know, because their mum was essentially like my mum for a period of time. There was a time when my family moved abroad, and I was like, no, I'm staying in the UK at the age of 18, and I used to be around his house like pretty much every day. Irish family, and his mum was very nice to me, man. From, you know, I knew this guy from the age of 1, so like family, they were like family. And yes, I asked, like, you know, I asked his brother, how's the mum doing? He goes, no, man, she died like a few years ago. I was really sad. Actually, no, sorry, it wasn't the mother, it was the sister. I met the sister's husband on like the train when going to work one day, and I was like, oh man, yeah, let me get your missus's number. And I kind of called her. She didn't pick up, and then I get that some people don't want to talk all the time, so we exchanged like WhatsApps, and I asked, you know, how the mum was, and she was like, oh, mum died like last year of cancer. So I was actually really kind of sad to hear that. But my buddy, man, like he didn't know when to stop. You know, we all partied, we all had that phase, but yeah, the guy just didn't know how to stop, man. But yeah, anyway, let's get on to happy thoughts now. RoboCop, this brings back good memories for me, because this was available at the end of my road in a shop called Nino's Chip Shop, man. And it only ever had one arcade machine, and the ones that I can most remember being there was RoboCop was one of them, and the other one was Cabal at a certain other time. Did it have Double Dragon? I can't remember. What a game. Love this game. What a soundtrack. Oh man, it's low. We need to put it up. And you need to get that first punch. Let me put this up a bit. And hopefully it won't go crazy loud. But this soundtrack's wicked. Makes a really good ringtone, guys. This here. Oh man. Okay, my jump button's here. Oh, I'm doing really bad. I must have been playing this last time on the arcade stick, because the buttons feel like they're configured for an arcade stick. Oh no, I should not have been hit even once here, but never mind. I do apologise, guys. I usually don't get touched until I get to 12.9. But the buttons are... Yeah, the buttons are like, I would have been playing this on maybe the 8-bit though arcade stick, because they're definitely not set on the joypad way. And Ed 209, guys, come on, like the first boss battle in this. There you go. Love it. Thank you for your cooperation. Hey, absolutely banging, guys. Oh, I'm playing the Japanese version. I love seeing the Japanese text sometimes. I mean, we didn't have the Japanese version here in the UK. This was such a great movie, man. I watched, you know what, I watched RoboCop the other day. So it's really funny. I know a lot of people watch stuff on the big screen. The only time I watch stuff is on the commute to work if I'm underground. If I'm overground, then I'm still kind of doing work on my mobile because, you know, I've got signal and whatnot. But this was bad, guys. I used to be able to get to the 3rd level, by the way, easily on the actual days of the arcade. Right, okay, let's run a game and let's run something that's good in attract mode. So yeah, RoboCop, absolutely banging, guys. What an arcade game, wicked. Big Juffer in the house. Evening peeps, how are you doing? And good on you, Big Juffer. How you doing, man? Right, okay, so hold on. Huh? Where's Sega System 18? Okay, that's interesting. Ah, okay, that's kind of interesting. Let me go. Is it arcade multi? Sometimes, huh? Oh, here we go. Sorry, I'm on there. I'm like, huh? Where is it? Right. Okay. Sega System 18. This has Shadow Dancer. Naturally, absolutely love it, guys. Shadow Dancer. What a game, guys. This smashes me through the nostalgia. And why have I got the credits up? Did I not update the beta? No. This should not be happening, man. Oh, okay. And I can't even add it remotely to it. Okay. So why haven't I got access to this? Let me have a look if it does it on everything here. Okay. The arcade thing. Let me go to alternatives. Let's go to the Japanese version. Pretty much not going to do it unless, you know what, I may not have, because I don't use my Analogue Pocket as much as the Mister. Yeah, I may not. But mind you, let's see if there's other Tago betas that, let's see if they, because I might not be able to show them on here. That's a shame. It would be nice to do some of the JT beta ones. But hey, at least that way, kind of most cores on here will be cores that we play. So what else is in beta at the moment? I think all of these are out of beta, you know. So was it a JT Riders? So was it Sunset Riders? If that one's there, then it might just be an issue with that core that I need to resolve. So if it shows up on Sunset Riders, then I know I haven't got the latest beta on there. And that's kind of important. Maybe I should have checked that before, but I presumed it hadn't been changed for a while. And I have used my Analogue Pocket. Yeah, I just haven't got the latest on there. Really sorry, guys. We won't be able to look at the beta cores from Tago. Is the arcade in your pocket, or are you just playing your Analogue Pocket? The arcade is in my pocket, and I'm also happy to see you. Okay, so guys, always remember, always add the latest beta core. This is a lesson to myself, first of all. Add the latest beta core before you run up there at all. So Mr. Place Analogue Pocket unzip beta into. Okay, so that's a little bit outdated now. You just need to put the beta onto the root of your micro SD card. So it looks like we're not looking at betas, but hey, it's not the end of the world because most of the cores are available as public releases. So I did want to play a little bit of Shadow Dancer, but hey, you know what? What is a public core? So I will do that straight away after and run the updater again. Let's go back to Sega System 16, which is, where is it? Where are we? Here we go. Let's do Shinobi, because Shinobi is on here, right? So Shinobi. Absolutely superb, guys. Shinobi's an absolute banger. So any JT core that you see on here is going to be a public release. If you see any coin op collection cores on here, some of them might be public, some of them might be beta. I can't keep up, to be honest. But with the JT cores, yeah, we can't look at the beta ones. Let's make sure the buttons are actually all right. And this is what's really cool about it as well, is doing the buttons on it is very, very easy. So Shuriken, yeah, I can, okay, let's do it this way. Then let's do Shuriken up here, let's do jump here, and let's do magic here. Righty, okay, let's go. Banging game, guys. Banging games. Let me turn it down a bit. Might be a tad too loud. Okay, here we go. And Shinobi is absolutely superb. And a massive shout out to, got to give a shout out to Hoffman as well for actually porting this over to the Neo Geo, man. Superb, superb. It's a great soundtrack, and I really do like the arranged soundtrack by John Shepard. Really, really good. Really, really good. Like it is actually in most cases, right? When it comes to arranged soundtracks and stuff, I in most cases prefer the original, right? But there are a few instances, like the 3DO version of Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, that has a better soundtrack than Street Fighter Turbo, or Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, sorry. And as well as that, guys, yeah, Shinobi, wow, what the remix for this, right, is it's mind-blowing how good it is. Like, absolutely love it. It takes away nothing from the original, and it just adds such a good vibe to it. It just feels like, I don't know, it feels like I went to Miami for like my summer holidays and I actually found the Miami Sound Machine, and the Miami Sound Machine asked me, what game do you like? And I said, well, I do really like Shinobi. And the Miami Sound Machine was like, let me remix that Shinobi for you, man. And I was like, you know what? Thank you so darn much, man. I love it. Like, you really need to check it out, the remix of that. So it's the Neo Geo CD version, if I'm not mistaken. And obviously you've got the normal version by Hoffman, and the Hoffman version then has a remix soundtrack. Too high. You know what, sometimes I try and go near the fire, man, but you go near the fire, you get burnt. Let's run with this. So guys, fantastic. And this is a public core, guys. All the Hatego cores we're going to see are public cores because Pixel has messed up. Oh, I meant to press magic there. Never mind. Let's run another game because I'm going to embarrass myself on that boss. Right, okay. Ooh, what the heck is Sonic Boom? Right, kind of curious. Reminds me of Guile, right? But it's not going to be Guile, is it? Guys, if you're enjoying the stream, pressing that like button helps the channel. And if you're really hating it, press the dislike button, and then I'll know I'm doing something wrong. All right, let's have a look at this. Okay, Sonic Boom, or Sonic, come on, Mr. Chip. Mr. Chip, I'll have a look at your thing in a second. Right, okay. Sonic Boom. I'm not really too familiar with this game, you know, so a shmup from Sega on the System 16. I kind of like the way it rumbles there when you get shot. It genuinely feels like you are rumbling in the jungling. Okay, and I was kind of too busy looking up there. Right, okay, that's enough of Sonic Boom. Let's get out of here. So, another arcade game to look at, actually. This is definitely... like you say the word, so if you say the word arcade or you think back to arcades, right, does this not come in your head? So bubble, what one shall we run? Okay, I don't know the differences in all of them. Right, okay, so that was, yeah, so bubble, absolutely brilliant. So let's have a look. Mr. Chip, I know there are two different systems, but which is your preference to play on, Mr. or Pocket? Dude, look, without a doubt, they're both great, and so the differences are, if I'm playing on a TV, then you know what, I prefer the Mr. Mr's just easier. Different controllers in there, it has more support, it has more cores, it has more options. I can connect it to a CRT easier without having to use like the Analogizer, which Analogizer is a great device, by the way, guys. But it's easy to do. I mean, the Analogizer, you can actually output to a CRT and HDMI simultaneously. So Random Monk 3 has done a great job with that. It is superb. But the Mr's better if I want to play on a TV, but when it comes to playing on a handheld, then you can't really get, I think I've got a filter on this, you know, yeah, I did. So you can't really, playing on a handheld, you can't really get better than an Analogue Pocket, can you? I mean, the number of FPGA cores on there, yeah, absolutely brilliant Game Boy filters, the nostalgic feel I get when I'm playing Game Boy stuff on there. The Analogue does it better handheld. Now, I know there's been some handheld Misters. What's Ken making has made a fantastic one. Yeah, so until we get a Mister handheld, Analogue Pocket is the winner by default, right? Because there's not really much else out there. I know the Cypede guys wanted to bring a a Tang series of handhelds. And maybe that's something they're still going to bring out. I'm not sure how successful the Tang console's been. I like the Tang console, but you know, okay, so the Tang console would have been a viable option had we not had like the Mr. Pi and the QM Tech Mr. And I guess now even the Mr. Multi-System 2 coming in at a cheaper price. If it was just the DE10 Nano from Triassic, then you might think, well, you know what, I only want the NES core. I only want like, you know, NES Mega Drive, and the Tang 60K, for example, that's going to cost you, I don't know how much it is, $80. I actually got the 138K one as a review unit from them. So that was really nice of them. But yeah, so I don't know how successful it's been as a commercial product, because we've got the Mr., we've got the cheaper versions of the Mr. So how viable is that? So there was a project called the Mystics as well, which I really liked. I got one of the Mystics board. I bought the board. I think I got a good deal on it. I paid like 100 for it, and you know, a friend of Hans Beer, the main developer behind it, helped me set it up and everything. And I haven't really used it, but even Hans didn't. You know, the value in the Mystics decreased because, you know, okay, so you're using other FPGA boards to run the Mr. project, cheaper ones, so you're kind of porting cores, porting framework over, but then you've got a Mr. Pi that's just cheaper. So it kind of, it's like, why not just buy a cheaper Mr. Pi than buy a board and go through that kind of, you know, go through like a different kind of method to get everything working. So that kind of did it. But Mr. Pi has done a lot for the Mr. FPGA. So's the QM Tech one. The QM Tech one I think came out before the Mr. Pi, but the Mr. Pi got the marketing right. More people got out there. You know, they gave review units out. I was actually the first person apart from Takyodon to get a Mr. Pi. So they went out to me, Video Game Esoterica, probably a few other channels as well, like potentially Linus Tech Tip, I think, had a look at it as well, unless they bought their one. So when it went out, obviously they went out the same day, but I was really fortunate. My one turned up on a Monday night, and everyone else got theirs on a Tuesday. So when I remember coming back from Monday, and I was tired, guys. Like I was tired. Like I've been getting like 4 or 5 hours sleep a night. And I come back and I still remember, I was like, nah, I'm doing this stream, man. I told my missus, I was like, look, babes, this is a big thing for the channel. I've got this, like, and I want to do it right now. And that was my most popular stream. I think I had like 2 people watching it live. And yeah, it was really good. And I remember towards the end of the stream, I was actually falling asleep. I was actually like, huh? You know those times where you're trying to stay awake and you kind of like drift off, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, like you do that gasping for you go there, had that. And I was like, nah, I got to do it off. But I did manage to do a couple of hours of it. And then literally straight after that, I turned it off. I think I just went to the bathroom, and then I just went straight to sleep, man. So I'm hoping to get the Superstation one. I did initially think I didn't want one, because I think, okay, it's going to be a Mr. It's going to be in a different skin. What else am I going to show on there apart from the aesthetic? But Taki's gone really, really far with it, man. Just the fact that it plays all this different optical media. You know, you can play your music CDs on there. It sounds really, really good. And it's definitely something I want to check out and run on the channel now. You know, even maybe with a actual camera live stream, so you can actually see the thing in action. So kind of looking forward to that, man. But guys, Bubble, this here single screen platformer. I actually need to get an MRA done to get the pixel bubble on there. So a big shout out to Lord Dot. That just super surprised me, man. Sent me a hack, and I was like, oh dude, it's wicked, man. I'll check it out. But they didn't tell me what it was, and I was like, I got to check it out. It's a bubble hack. I like bubble. And man, when I tried it, where it says popcorn, it said pixel, next stage cherry, then ninja, and then the last stage 10, it was impossible to do. So I tried doing it. You couldn't do it, and that was really, really good. They've actually sent me another one. I just remembered a while ago, but I haven't gone and tested that one out, and I need to test that because there might be a really nice surprise in there as well. They have started shipping pre-orders too. Okay, Superstation 1 seems cool. The Multi-System 2 is a very tidy package. I will get one when they're readily available. Yeah, man, it does look really, really nice. And yes, they have started shipping. They said their shipping date was August the 10th, but they managed to get it out on August the 7th. So big shout out to them, man, because most projects are delayed. These guys actually got everything out on time. So that was freaking amazing, man. Absolutely amazing. So let's run another game, guys. So I feel like a game that one that we need to look at. And the reason I got into FPGA gaming, sorry, I'm kind of going wrong here. The reason I really got into FPGA gaming was because of this core over here. And we're going to go arcade multi, and we're going to go here. Like, I like the CPS stuff, but man, CPS 2 was absolutely banging. And that's Street Fighter 2 Prime, where we can pick Akuma, and hopefully the MRA and everything's all right for that. So definitely want to check that out. So let's go here, Super Street Fighter 2. That's the new Legacy. So the new Legacy is a version of Super Turbo that's been rebalanced a bit, but you know what? As much as you can rebalance it and everything, I kind of like the original version for what it is. So let's have a look at this over here. Guys, my neighbor's internet is a lot better and stable than mine, man. I need to kind of sort that out. I don't know if it's an issue with Virgin where it just intermittently cuts out, man. My cousin actually works for Virgin, so I'm going to message him and I'm going to tell him, man, like, book yourself in, come and do this over here. And yeah, let's get this going. So you know what, while we're doing on this, I'm gonna do, so light punch, no, medium punch needs to be here. Oh no, sorry, heavy punch needs to be here. Light kick, medium kick, heavy kick. All right, cool. Not really a player on a pad, but let's do this, guys. So this is the reason, right? The reason I got my Mister and the reason I have gone down this rabbit hole we call FPGA gaming was because I used to play this competitively in the arcade. And yeah, I went to a friend's house. Obviously, we were playing, a friend of mine had the arcade board as well. And I was like, I'm going to buy an arcade board. But then I would have had to buy a CRT, everything there. And I was like, yep, you know what? I'm going to do it, right? Just before I was about to kind of commit to it and I was looking around for one, I went around my friend's house and I tried the Mister, and guys, it was freaking identical to it. Absolutely identical to it. Now, sound, okay, sound was a little bit lower. So let's just go our boy Ryu. And guys, this is, I've called him Ryu. I know that's the right way of saying it, but I'm saying it the way I said it growing up, Ryu. I know it was wrong, but I'll keep saying it. Okay, that was relatively easy. Love this soundtrack, man. So the MSU won soundtrack yesterday. Ooh. Ooh. Ah, no, I tried doing my super there. Oh man, my thumb is sweaty, guys. I'm making excuses. I was like, so in Super Turbo, as long as you're standing next to them and you do your super, it will always hit them. But yeah, execution was wrong. Oops. Okay, we won that one. So this is the reason I got into it, guys, and this is such a good game, man. You've let yourself down. I have. I need to play on an arcade stick, but I make excuses on this game. My execution is just not as tight as it used to be, man. I mean, there's a lot of like stuff that I learned in this game, a lot of option selects, a lot of techniques, just like a lot of stuff on how to beat humans, right? I always lose to this guy. I'm rubbish against the CPU, man. Look at that. I'm going to lose. Oof. Oh, wow. Okay. Big Duff, I've definitely let my Tatsu to oblivion. Absolutely. Oof. This reminds me of you know when you're kids, right, and you're playing on the Super Nintendo pad, and it was really hot and it was summer and you're in your mate's room and it's baking because he never changes his sheets or anything, and it was just, it was super hot. So T-Hooks needs a tea bag, he does. I kind of nearly choked on my own spit there, man, laughing at that. So what would happen would be, so this guy you can beat just by doing this. So yeah, you'd be in there and you'd have like sweaty hands, and you'd be trying to play, but then the sweat, you just wouldn't have the grip. Yeah, buddy. Hey, you know what? Yeah, buddy was actually good at Street Fighter. You know, it was difficult to beat, guys. He was difficult to beat, but it was like mainly CPS 1 around that time. So you know, it's really cool. I'm gonna go and so my wife's dad, out of his second marriage, whoops. So out of his second marriage, you know, one of the sons from the second marriage, obviously my wife's brother or half brother, however you want to see it. He, so we're going to see him in another city. He lives in Birmingham, and we're going to go there on Wednesday after my dad goes back, which means I can, my sister can take my mum because my mum and dad can't be in the same house. So I was chatting to him, and you know, what games do you play? And he was like, yeah, I'll play like Street Fighter, I'll play Ryu and Ken, but I don't think he's hardcore in the games. So I told my wife, I said, I'm going to cook your brother, man. And cook's a term that I learned from my kids that like to use that term in oops, that you like to use that term in oof. Yeah, they're sorry, that cooking term, they like to use it in Fortnite. They're like, oh man, I cooked him, I cooked. And the little one starts crying, oh, bro said he cooked me. I'm like, did he cook you? He's like, yeah, dad, I cooked him. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna cook your brother. Oof. Oh man, I got guiled, man. I got schooled. Jump in, hard punch, sweep and a duking. Nah, I can't, man. I got sweaty hands. I'm finding it difficult to do my moves. But I'm always making excuses. I'm the guy that always made an excuse. You know, it's really funny, right? When I first, you know, when I got married, and you know, me and the wife were living together and all of that, I was playing Street Fighter on Fightcade, I think, or some online emulator. And all she heard was like Hadouken. She goes, don't you do anything else in that game? And I was like, nah. Ooh, I went to throw him. Oof. My wife was like, what kind of game is that? Oof, okay, he wins means it's the next game. So what was really funny, my wife was like, what is this game? Why am I just hearing Hadouken, 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 Hadouken? And I'm playing it online, and I think I was picking old Sagat, and I was playing a Ryu, and all you could hear was Tiger, 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 Hadouken, 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 Hadouken. And my wife's like, what is this game? Why am I only hearing this in it? Hadouken, Hadouken, Hadouken. And, you know, bless her. I used to play a lot of Gears of War. When we got married, the Xbox 360, Gears of War, ooh, love that game, love playing it online. And back then, you know, I used to play it proper, used to put on a headset, used to speak to the people while we were playing it. So my missus always thought like I was on the phone to a friend, right? And she said to me, so I used to like wake up in the morning, like because of work, like, so you know when you work every day and you wake up at like, I don't know, 6 a.m. on your day off, you end up waking up at 7 a.m. really early. No kids, anything back then. So as soon as I woke up, you know, I started playing bloody Xbox, and I'm there talking and my wife's sleeping, and she's like, what's the noise? And so she said to me, does your friend not ever sleep, right? She thought that my friend, I was speaking to the same guy each and every time when I had the headset when I was playing Gears of War. Then I had to tell her, no, I'm playing with the internet, and there's lots and lots of different people online. So I'm speaking to random people, and she didn't know that. So look, what did they say for the hurricane? That's what they said. I don't even know. I don't even try to remember that. Rums is the thing I did. existed. Thanks for the stream. Oh no, you know what? It's amazing. So Mr. Chip, I was a little bit hesitant of doing that one because it always gets demonetized, but it's something I like doing once in a while. So I was like, you know what? Let's just go out there. It doesn't get me a copyright strike. The only thing that happens is it gets the revenue. I just can't monetize it myself. The revenue goes to all the copyright holders of the different soundtracks. So we blasted MJ, we blasted lots of other stuff. We even blasted my friend's band on there who done his own remixes of Afterburner 3, and it's really, really good. It really enhances some games. I really like the one of what was it? Streets to Rage. Streets to Rage was a really, really good one on that. Moonwalker was amazing with that soundtrack, man. Wow, with the MJ one. But I got told that there's actually another one where MJ's actually singing, so I need to check that one out. Guys, give me a second. I'm just going to guzzle some of my drink. Thank you, guys. That was a big sip. All right. Let's go with a bit of this. This is for my buddy Anime Otaku, one of his favorite games. I think it's actually got an arcade stick based around this. So, guys, how long we got left? I've got about 20-25 minutes left before I have to end this stream. So, we'll get some other stuff in. So I like her. I like Lynn, man. Lynn's a good old Lynn. She's really, really good in this. But yeah, man, Analogue Pocket is wicked. So for anyone that's on the fence about buying it, guys, you know, yes, we'd love to get a Mr. Handheld. I certainly hope we get one in the future. While the buttons are all over the place on this, I certainly hope we get one in the future. I'm looking forward, really looking forward to the Takyulon one. But you know what? Right now, this is your best option. You know that's an actual fact. So if you want a handheld FPGA gaming device with excellent arcade cores, and especially if you love the Game Boy stuff, oh man, it's such a great way of playing the Game Boy, man. The screen filters for the Game Boy are superb. But so many arcade cores on there, and obviously combine that with the dock or the Analogizer. The Analogizer lets you use original controllers as well. You can use like an original PC Engine controller on an original core. So that's super duper. But yeah, man, really, really good. And look, you've got games like AVP. And guys, this isn't a beta core because, silly me, I didn't make the preparation. I didn't update to the latest beta disc. I thought I had it on here, but I didn't. I had like an older one on there. So I really wanted to play Shadow Dancer, to be honest, because I love that game, but I couldn't play it. So never mind. There's plenty of stuff. Even if you're not a Hotego Patreon supporter, there's plenty of stuff on here for you guys. You know. Oh, I forgot. There's fireball motions and dragon punch moves in here and everything. What a great game. And this game, guys, never ever got a home conversion, right? Never ever got one. So the only way to play it really is the arcade version. And, you know, unless you've got an arcade machine handy, this effectively is the best way of playing it, man. Oh yeah, there you go. Down up is her one. So she's got that kind of kick move. Okay, the buttons were all over the place on there. We're gonna run another game. She is a good old Lynn. She is indeed, my guys. And let's go. So load gamer, guys. This is such a wicked system, guys. I could do a whole stream on freaking CPS2. Literally, we could just do a stream looking at CPS2, and I'll probably have done a stream just looking at CPS2. And guys, always recommend anyone out there, if you've got an Analogue Pocket or a Mr. Hotego's a very, very good developer to support over on Patreon. It gives you access to early beta cores. You can get involved in the testing. It's the thing I first joined. As soon as I got my Mr., because I so liked the CPS1 and the CPS2 core, I was like, I'm supporting this guy, and I have been supporting that guy since. And I'm the lowest tier. I'm not a cheap tier. I think that when I joined, the lowest tier was £3. Now the lowest tier is like £5 or something. But you get incredibly good value, but you're also supporting FPGA core development. Hotego, for example, has got 2 full-time staff. As well as that, he's hired 2 temporary staff for the month of August to help out with issues that are easy but are time-consuming. As well as that, he supports other developers. So for example, he will get Vertec to do some work, and he'll pay him for that work via the Patreon contribution. So that money goes a long way, man. That money goes a long way, and obviously, you know, the more people that support it, the more chance we get at getting stuff. I'm really looking forward to CPS3, and I really do hope it becomes something on the Mister. And you know, if anyone can, Hatego can. He's been looking at different compression issues that kind of gets rid of the bottleneck presented by aspects of the Mister, which he talks about in his latest Patreon post, which could be good news for the Mister FPGA. So guys, this game here, now I never played this in the arcade, and even my buddy, yeah buddy, he mentioned like, oh no, where's the ostrich, but naturally we didn't think much of it. So he may have been talking about this game, right? Because there's an ostrich in here. Let's have a look. And this is as weird as they come. It's a freaking awesome game, but there's a character where you're riding an ostrich, and yeah buddy knew because he went around everywhere and press stuff. So guys, if you're enjoying the stream, welcome to the stream. We're checking out the Analogue Pocket. Mama, there is an arcade in my pocket, and it's the Analogue Pocket. If you're enjoying this, please press that like button. It really helps. We've got 59 people watching and we got 19 likes. If you hated it, press that unlike button. It doesn't cost you anything to press the like button, and it goes a long way here. So, you know, be kind. Don't rewind, press that freaking like button. But look how weird this game is. So yeah buddy here was always like, yeah man, the ostrich. So we always thought he was talking about this this show with Rod Hull where he used to have this Muppet of an ostrich. But guys, we are playing a game with an ostrich. I mean, how good can you get? And this isn't a bad game by any means. This is a good darn game, man. And the first time I actually played this was on the PSP. And when I played it on the PSP, I was like, oh my god, this is what my buddy, yeah buddy, was talking about. He was talking about this ostrich in here. And like, that guy played a lot of freaking arcade games, man. A lot of arcade games. I'd love to see him now, you know. There was a funky bunch on there. There was a guy, this guy was a bit annoying, right? And this other guy, not yeah buddy, there was another guy, right? And so this guy, he was, let me put something on a track, man. I want to tell you it wasn't that guy. I was going to tell you a different story. Let's have a look. I think that was actually yeah buddy. I think it was yeah buddy that I saw years and years later, because he never had a girlfriend, right? Someone said, what did Big Juffa say? Battle Garega. Let's run Battle Garega, because that's a good shmup. Right, let's go with that. And I thought it arcade. Battle Garega. Here we go. There we go. This a shmup, right? That went all right. He went mad. Okay, I remember when Rod Hull, groped Snoop Dogg in his emu puppet load. No, okay, that's what he done. All I remember about Rod Hull is him actually dying. Did he die from changing the aerial, right, on his roof, the antenna for his TV during a rainstorm or something? Oh, sorry, the sound peaked there. Sorry if that happened there. I don't know why it peaked. I have got a limiter in place. I'll put the sound quite low. Maybe I'm sounding too loud, but I saw it peak there. Maybe I moved close to the mic or whatever. But this, have I got... Oh, here we go. I must have had effects on here. This looks really, really good, guys. And a big shout out to Big Juffa for having a good choice in games. So was it, I think it was Yeah Buddy that I saw like years and years later. I haven't seen him for years. For Yeah Buddy being the slow guy he was it Yeah Buddy or was it Steve? I bloody can't remember. But it was someone, and they didn't have a girlfriend when they were young. So when they got a girlfriend, they were really happy. So he's the guy that said, I think it was Yeah Buddy, and he said Pixel, you know, using my real name, saying Pixel, but what my real name being Z, guys. I'll mention it on the channel anyway, Z-E-E. And he was like, Z, guess what? I got a girlfriend now. I was like, good for you, yeah, buddy. And he goes, yeah. He goes, and you know what? Like my man juice is so potent that I've only been with her like 2 months, and she's already 5 months pregnant. So there you go. I didn't have the heart to tell the guy. I thought, well, you know what? Let him bring up a child in the world. He'll take him to the arcades and they'll play these games. I didn't want to tell him that, you know, if you've only been with her 2 months and she's 5 months pregnant, the child isn't yours. Unless the child turned out like a completely different race. And he's like, whoa, hold on. But yeah, buddy probably would have thought that something was up with his man juice or something. Amazing guy. These shmups are hard to see on the Pocket. They are, but I'm actually Michael O'Hara. Welcome as well. I'm actually playing this on a big screen. So let's do here normal, harder, extender, special, direct. No, we're gonna go on normal because we are normal folk out here. So guys, let's go here. Is this the one where you run? There's the one where you run and you race. That one's bloody tough. Oh no, fired my special already. Yeah, guys, this game's really, really good. Really, really good. Nice that it's got auto fire as well. So these shmups are freaking good, man. They just look really, really good. Like, I know we've got earlier shmups, and we can have a look at some of them as well. Like stuff like what's that one, Star Force, and a lot of people said they played it in the arcade and they loved it. You know what? They don't do it for me as much. You know, they yeah, they don't do it for me as much. I like these ones with these great visuals. You know, and I really, really do like these ones. But these are definitely more my era, right? Oof. Feel my magic rays. Yeah, this is a good game, guys. This is a good core. I like it. I like it a lot. But like someone said, that these are more difficult to play on a smaller screen. Shmups on the Analogue Pocket are harder. They're fun, don't get me wrong. But yeah, you kind of want to attach it to a bigger display. See, something like this, like it'll play nice on a Steam Deck, right? Oof. And what's really good about these ones, you've got a really tiny hitbox. Unless like the bullet kind of goes through the center of your actual body, you're kind of all right, you know? Let me sprinkle my... And also, these are definitely better played on an arcade stick. And the bullets are small in this as well, so they're kind of difficult to see even on a big screen. But, you know, add that to a smaller screen and it makes it even tougher. So, oof. Oof, oof, oof. I remember in the arcade, right, so when I used to play Street Fighter, there was a bunch of guys that played these shmups. So it was a friend of mine, the guy that everyone knows this guy. Yeah, if you ever come to London, you know this guy. Like, he just seemed to know everyone, right? So he introduced me to like the shmup guys, and they were telling me like the movement they do, these little circular movements and stuff. And it was just freaking amazing listening to them play and how they play it. Then I remember speaking to the guy that done Pac-Man. Then he used to do this special lock for Pac-Man to give himself a break where the enemies couldn't get him. It was really, really, really good to speak to guys that were expert in games. You know, you had like the beat 'em up experts, like the guys that could 1cc Final Fight. And what they would do is they would actually, IRMM92's got some really, really good stuff on it as well. So what they would do is they would play it a certain way. They would know where to stand. So they would know, stand this way, do it this way, and you could get through and you know, you do really, really well. You won't take damage, you'll do it. And it was really, really interesting seeing these guys, man. I mean, even, don't get me wrong, like I was a big fighting games fan, but guys, I was never that good against the CPU. I mean, like playing stuff at home, yeah, sure. Playing stuff on a Super Nintendo, yeah, great. You know, could finish Street Fighter on the hardest difficulty. But when it comes to the arcade, it wasn't good. It just wasn't fun because to outwit the computer, you just needed to run a certain formula. But to outwit a human just felt really, really good. And, you know, when you played someone, it just... And you played someone around your skill level, so you know you're both kind of getting better playing each other. So there's different levels that you could play. Yo, Ori in the house, how you doing there, man? Long time, my bro. So yeah, there's different levels. So like, for example, you can play Street Fighter with someone that's miles better than you, miles better than you, and they just wipe the floor with you. And the worst thing is they beat you, but you don't even know why they beat you. You can't work out what you did wrong. That's how many levels they are above you. But then you play someone that's so bad, they're the opposite, that you're just beating them lying down. Like, you don't need to do anything to beat them. You can literally beat them with one button. But it's nice to get that mix of people where, you know, you've got that right balance where you're playing someone. So guys, this is such a good game. I think this is actually my favorite R-Type. Now, I know the R-Type, I'm going to put the sound up a little bit here. It might even be a little bit too loudish, but the soundtrack for this is great. I think this is my favorite R-Type game, man. Been super busy, hope it's all well. Yeah, man, all good. I'm on annual leave at the moment. My dad's over in the country, so I'm spending a bit of time with him. Took him shopping earlier. I took him to his sister's.
3, 2, 1.
Let's go! What a game, guys. What a game. Oh, this is way loud now. So I might go quiet a bit. Or can I actually go quiet a bit? Got the speed here. Look at the pods. Love the pods. So when I was basing the sound on the soundtrack was all blue. Love it, guys. Absolutely love it. You have to play this, guys. This is a This is ported over by Boogerman, but it's originally a Wicker Whacker core, man. Wicker Whacker, you may know him as Martin Donlon. Awesome guy, currently working on the Taito F2 core, which has also implemented part of the Taito F1 core. Super guy, amazing guy, and yeah, man, this core is just superb, absolutely superb. What a game, guys. Oh, I died. Let me put the sound down a bit. Might die again. Right, that should be alright. Let's go for the different... This is a good power-up as well. There's nice the pods in there. And it's nice playing some of the newer R-Type games because they give you the choice of ships in here. You know, if you want the other one with that one pod in front of you, you want this one which doesn't have the pod in front of you, so it doesn't act like a shield, but it kind of acts like a shield above you and below you, but not in front of you, right? So that's really, really cool. So now you can change it here. I don't think there's oof. Okay, that was bad gameplay from me, man. And you know what the funny thing is? This is actually a lot easier than the other R-Types. This is, so the other one which I've done alright into the beginning of the stream, and this one's a lot easier, and I always recommend this to people to play if they want to play shmups. They're really, really cool the way this is done, you know, nice big bullets to have a look at, and there we go, we've beaten the first boss, and this is a game well worth playing, guys. Play this. Right, guys, going to end this in about 5 minutes. Did give my wife a time, and I don't want to go over that, you know. So let's go with this one. I do like, oh, okay, I got the red one. This is my least favorite power up, by the way, guys. Oh, I got the red one again. Okay, right, that's the end of that one, and let's go with another funky game on here. So In the Hunt is really good as well, but this is a game many people like, and maybe we can go into a little bit of a tracked mode on this. Is Dowdle Arcade? Yes, we have got Dowdle, I'm pretty sure. I know we've got it on the Mister. I don't know if we have it for the Analogue Pocket or not. I don't think we do. I think we've only got it for the Mister. Now, guys, if you're running the IRIM M92 core, understand some of the games take a little while to load. So, you know, don't think, oh no, it's not working. Just be a little bit patient. And the games take a little while to kind of load up. So, yeah, they work. This is a really good game, guys. This is as bizarre as they come. You can't get much more bizarre than this. Let's give this a quick, oh yeah. So I like Longy the best. I think Longy's good. He's employed now. Guys, anyone here with Virgin, and do you get cut off? Because I've got a machine with a Plex server running, and I've got like a virtual machine on there as well, and I don't know, and obviously I've got a VPN running on that machine 24/7. I don't know if Virgin do something if they detect you've got a VPN running or something. You know, I'm not exactly sure if they do something like just kind of reset your connection or whatever. Here you go. I think you can do a sliding attack as well. Here you go, bombs away. Look at this. See that plane that you're seeing there? Delete that. And you know what? I was playing this on the Final Burn Neo, and there was some graphical glitches in there that weren't obviously present in FPGA. So, you know, when we do when FPGA core development happens, it does improve some stuff. And it's really nice to see an advert there for another game there, as well as the plane. So the first boss fight in this is amazing, guys. It's where you you fight a plane on a plane. Like exactly how it sounds. Like I kid you not. So there is a special as well. Let's do the special. Here we go. I like that your health goes down. Let's see where we look, now we're fighting gloves. You know, we got some really good games here. We got a game, you know, Battle Circuit, where you get to fight as an ostrich, as well as like a giant plant as well. And this is Ninja Baseball Batman. An absolutely superb game. Like, played this on emulation disc, never saw it in the arcade. And I remember seeing it thinking Ninja Baseball, and I was thinking like Batman the Gotham Knight. And I was like, wow, what's a bizarre darn game, playing it on emulation. And, you know, then when it started, then we found out it was coming out on FPGA. It was exciting times, guys, exciting times. Let's go. Let's pick a different character now. I think this is like your run-of-the-mill normal character. I want to show you guys the plane on a plane in case you haven't seen it. But play this. This is a good family fun game as well. Here we go. There's the plane. It's coming. I think I want to jump up to the plane now. Yeah, here we go. And so now I'm fighting a baseball bat with a baseball bat, but I'm flying a plane. Okay, got my little cereal there with the milk and everything. Good stuff. Here we go. Look at that. Look at it. I'm fighting a windy plane on a plane, and there's a part where these cheerleaders come out and jump. I can't remember how you get them, whether it's a power up you get or something. Absolutely superb, guys. Oh, here we go. That's it. That's the cheerleaders. Come down. Yeah, how bizarre is this, guys? How bizarre. Okay, we're nearly done him, and I think I lost a life there. Have I lost a life? I have. Let's pick up the baseball. Oh, he's got another energy bar, man. I was hoping that was the end. Great soundtrack here as well for this game, guys. Oh, nearly done it. Okay, we have nearly done it, guys. Right, okay. So, let's go. Let's grab some food. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so they've got the bat back. I just want to look at the beginning, because I think at the beginning of the second level, you've got this running part. I've always been on Virgin Media with VPN, no problems on many. Okay, so there might be an issue. There might be an issue with it. I don't know why it cuts out. I'm on my neighbor's Wi-Fi at the moment. So maybe, I wonder if I just go on all the networks and I just automatically connect, including my neighbor's one. It will kind of work. Unfortunately, I have to have Wi-Fi where I am at the moment. In my room. So let's kind of finish up on one game, and I need to, yeah, I'm going to have to duck out, right? So, as they say. But guys, Analogue Pocket is superb, man. Like seriously, if you're on the fence about it and you like FPGA gaming, you want arcade stuff on your Pocket, grab it. It is superb, right? Let's look at some. You know what? Let's look at. Oh, there's so many classic games here, man. Kalami's TMNT, man. Let's go with that. So let's just run with this. And this is an arcade classic, isn't it? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Absolutely great game. So this was originally developed by Furtek, and then Hotego did his own kind of take on there. But this was a big game to come over, guys. It was absolutely superb. Let's see if we can get some of those demo sounds on. Do we have it? Demo sounds? Does it need to reset? It needs to reset. Is it resetting? Hopefully it is, yeah. Superb. And hopefully it does it. Sometimes when I put demo sounds on, oh, it has come on. Cool. Because we have got Turtles, guys. Turtles is banging. So, guys, that was an Analogue Pocket arcade showcase. Sorry, I didn't have the latest beta on my Analogue Pocket. I'm going to resolve that now after I see what the wife needs from me. And I will get my games working on there, because I do like playing. I like playing Shadow Dancer on the Analogue Pocket. It's a very, very good version, and it just feels super responsive. So Analogue Pocket is freaking awesome. Yeah, TMNT is a great arcade game, Scandal, but I have to say the hit detection isn't great on this. I like the Hyperstone Heist on the Mega Drive for its hit detection. I just wish this one had that hit detection in there. It would make the game feel a lot better. So Yeah, guys, look, thank you very much for sticking around to the stream. Now, a close friend of mine, his father's really ill, and if they release him from hospital, there may be a cancellation to the Zofa stream tomorrow. But if not, tomorrow around the same time, I'll be interviewing Zofa from Zofa's Domain, so that'll be fun. But in the meantime, guys, FPGA gaming is awesome. Grab yourself an Analogue Pocket, play a Mister. To be honest, enjoy retro gaming wherever you do your gaming, man. Whether you're doing it on a Raspberry Pi, whether you're doing it on your PC, whether you're still rocking the arcade hardware, wherever you're doing it, enjoy it. It's all about having a good time and play multiplayer, play with good people, man. Absolutely fantastic. So guys, that's it for this stream. Peace, love and harmony. Really do appreciate all of you guys. I'll see you around. Definitely want to stream some more. And yeah, guys, this is Papa Pixel Cherry. No, Ninja out. Cringe finish.